Hello and welcome to my channel, Love Being Brown. On this channel, I showcase myself traveling informative reality style. Trying to get to San Cristobal, and literally the bus has stopped 3 times in the last 2 hours. And of course, we've been asked for our passport each time. It is what it is. That's life. So hopefully it's like 12 o'clock in the morning now. Maybe they can hurry up and get us to where we're supposed to be. And then our plans may have to change because I don't know if I can keep getting stopped and feeling weirded out each time. So, yep. All right. Good morning, everyone. We made it to San Cristobal, and it was an adventure to say the least. All right, Queen, what you eating?
Them burritos.
And what's the other?
This is cappuccino.
Well, I'm waiting on hot cakes and some eggs with onions. And yeah, so we just basically gonna walk around until it's time for us to actually get a room and then start some tours tomorrow. This was a cute restaurant with really good food. We actually ate here quite a few times. It's called La Lupe. So we had previously dropped our luggage off at the hotel, and after breakfast we just basically needed to walk around until it was actually time for us to get into our room. So we couldn't get into our room until 1, but we arrived in San Cristobal at 8 a.m. So yeah, this was going to be a long day. We were already tired, but the buildings are beautiful. There's so many people, so many things to do that it made it extremely easy.
San Cristobal de las Casas.
San Cristobal de las Casas is a town and municipality located in the Central Highlands region of the Mexican state of Chiapas. It was the capital of the state until 1892 and is still considered the cultural capital of Chiapas. During our stay, we stayed in Centro. And one thing that we liked to do was walk around the different squares each day. There are many shops, restaurants, and even lots of name brand items that you would recognize from America. Here we are in our hotel. And I must say that this was the worst place that we have stayed in Mexico. Even now that we are gone from this area, this remains the worst hotel yet. All right, so just got here, of course. We already ate breakfast, went back to the room, hung out for about 2 hours, and now we're back out here to walk again. So I was not prepared for it to be cold outside, but it is. And I ended up having to buy a long sleeve shirt. And Queen walked around in long sleeves. Oh yeah, punch buggy! Queen likes fall weather, so she was prepared. She had her sweater, she had her jacket, she had everything for the weather. But of course, I was not prepared. Much like the other parts of Mexico, there are vendors everywhere. So if you need handbags, purses, clothes, shoes, sugar, any type of food, sweets, anything, you will find it on the streets. Good morning. So it is day 2 of us being in San Cristobal. So basically we're out to have breakfast, then we're gonna go on an excursion today to go take a tour of a canyon and a river and some other stuff. I'm not even quite sure. So here we are on our way to the canyon. Now, one thing that you'll notice when you go on all of these different tours and excursions of Mexico is that there is so many different variations of terrain. You will literally go up and down mountains for days. You will see small cities. And I even noticed that they have cages or fences that hold back the rocks from falling onto the streets. And they grow corn up in the mountains. You go across these bridges that seem like if you fall off, you are certainly not going to make it. But it's just amazing to take trips all throughout Mexico. Oh yeah, there are a few tolls too. So the boat ride is 2 hours. And on the way up to the canyon, the car stops for a quick bathroom break. I suggest you take that time to go to the restroom.
Okay, so hello, we are going to the Cañón del Sumidero. It's a very beautiful place here in Chiapas. Wait. Okay, God. Only work.
So when we got to the canyon, we were advised to buy hats because of the sun. Now, of course, when we're riding, we don't understand anything that's being said because everything is in Spanish. But at the end of the day, does that even matter? When you look around and you see how beautiful God's creation is, I mean, it speaks for itself. It doesn't matter what is being said, what they're teaching, or anything like that. It's all about these wonderful mountains, the animals that are out here, and even this water. I mean, take a look. Now, if you know us, you know that we are not nature people because we do not like bugs, but you have to be amazed at the beauty of God's hand.
Cada factor realiza lo que es el cálculo.
This canyon and the jungles surrounding are home to multiple animals. There were felines like jaguars, but they've been displaced.
Llegan a medir con todo y cola 90 centímetros y llegan a vivir entre los 12 a 15 años de edad. Únicamente se reproducen 2 veces durante toda su vida, ya que para que la hembra pueda parearse tiene que tener 4 años de edad y el macho tiene que tener 5 años. Dentro del parque hay un cálculo entre 80 a 90 mosquitos arañas.
Mira.
Why her head looks small?
Muy gordito. Dijo, esto sí está... Ay, ¿le dio miedo?
This was a great tour. You must try it for yourself.
Alright guys, so we just got off the boat and we stopped at the first restaurant we saw, which is, I'm not sure if that's the name, but, oh, it's on the back of the seats. So, Seoul, right? So when you come here, the kitchen is over there, you got bathrooms, things like that. Word to the wise, Mexico, you ask for white meat.
Oh my God.
They do not know what you're talking about. You can try, you can pull out your translator, you can show, I did like this, point to my breast, it don't matter, it's hard, lost in translation somewhere. So I ended up with a thigh and a leg, which is dark meat. I don't eat dark meat, so all I could eat was the chips, but it is what it is. So we're about to head out of here, it's time to go.
So after our boat ride, we had about 45 minutes to an hour to eat lunch and then meet up at this spot right here.
Chiapa de Cozo.
we rode in a van that occupied maybe about 12 to 15 people, and it was relatively comfortable. Of course, they drive really fast through the mountains of Mexico. I believe it took us an hour or two to get to the canyon.
And all I gave you is gone. Man.
Here I'm just showing you the second hotel room that we got in our very first hotel that we stayed in this area. Yeah, the second room was much better, but not the best. Found a really cute place for dinner, and the Wi-Fi went out, so they sent us across the street and we ate dinner there.
All right, guys, so this is where we stayed our first few nights. Okay, so we're still in San Cristobal, but our last hotel, it was near the end down there. And yeah, so it had, first day, the room that we were in with a double room, it had mold. Second day, they moved us to a king size room and it had fleas. So we came up the streets. Mexico, the streets are always on the buildings at a crosswalk. So we came up the street, turned to the left, okay, and now we're on this street. There's a restaurant right here. Now there's food everywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. And there's hotels everywhere. The prices differ from hotel to hotel. So we were paying $3.99, which is basically $20. So we should have known when something was wrong, but not quite so, because now we're in this one. Okay, it's called Baron de las Casas, and it is the same price. It's actually 1 peso more, and it is clean and nice and spacious. All right, so when you come in, they got a courtyard, and then they have multiple rooms. So you just come on through, and we are staying in room 4. So we've already started moving, well, we've already moved our stuff in, so you're gonna see all of our stuff, but here we go. Come in, you got a single bed and a double. The windows open to let in fresh air. Okay, you got a little window, hey. And dresser. Now this one doesn't have a flat screen TV, but who cares? I don't. It's got a little space. You can put your suitcases back here. All right. And then you have the restroom, which Queen is already occupying. There's also a window there to air it out. And yeah. So basically paying the same price, and hopefully minus the problems. So we're about to, it's early in the morning, so I'm back to dressed and ready to get up out of here, go get some breakfast. So we'll see you guys later.